Hello, everybody. Today we are talking about Mercury in Capricorn. Mercury is out of its difficult energy in Sagittarius, and now it is in friend sign Capricorn. It is going to be there from 12th to 30th of January 2020. And how does it affect you? Hello, I'm Komilla Sutton, and I'm talking Vedic astrology. And just to remind you that there are substantial savings to book for my classes, which begin in March up to 21st of January. So do remember to look it up on komilla.com and see if any of the courses appeal to you. So we are talking Mercury in Capricorn, and actually, this is interesting aspect of Mercury. It is in a friend's house. It is moving away from the sun, yet it is still combust. Throughout Capricorn, it is slowly moving out of sun's energy, but it's combust, which means it's going to be hidden from the naked eye, and we will not be able to see it. But it also means that we feel a bit burnt out. And I think the more burnout was in Sagittarius, Capricorn is easing the energy. There are no conjunctions in Capricorn. Sun and Saturn will come into Capricorn, but they don't come close to Mercury. So just like Venus, I was talking about Venus in Aquarius, how it is leading all the planets. Mercury also is moving away from all the planets. So it is more independent, more able to do things on its own, and less bothersome for us. It's going to be, I would say, not a perfect transit, but pretty good. It is going to be realistic, down to earth. Our thinking will be more practical. It's a good time to think about all the practical projects that we left behind, because Capricorn will sort that out. Plus, Saturn will come into Capricorn, very far from Mercury, but it is supporting Mercury in its facing up to responsibility scenario. So really, that it is a solid transit. It's not, when you are studying transits, each transit doesn't affect everybody in the same way. Some transits you may not even get impacted by. But if you are in Mercury, Antarad Sabdasha, then this is going to affect you. You want to watch Mercury's transits. But also, if you are Gemini Virgo, then this is important aspect for you. So when we are looking at each of the signs of the zodiac, do remember that the main things we are looking at is the ascendant or the moon sign. And again and again, people ask me this, but I think people just ask the question. So if you are listening to my recordings, you will hear that it is from the ascendant and moon sign. And if both are good, then you are having a good time. If one is positive and the other is not, then it is middling. And if both are in crisis, then you are having a difficult energy. But the thing to remember is that it is, not every transit is made equal, and how it affects you as well. Mercury is Karaka for intellect and thinking. So all of us will get affected in our thinking. So that is important to know. So how does affect our signs? So Aries, Capricorn is your 10th house of career. So you're thinking about your career. And so any changes, any planning. Mercury is the planner. So he's in your 10th house. He's helping you to plan that project. Taurus, Mercury is in your 9th house. Slowly planets moving out of your 8th house. This is great for you. Mercury is a good planet in for Taurus. So you will see that you're thinking about learning, education, higher knowledge, general good luck as well. Gemini, Mercury is your ruling planet. It is in the 8th house for you. However, it is out of all the stress of Saturn and Ketu and 2 wars. So you are really feeling much better. Secondly, 8th house is house of transformation. So go slowly about making changes, because you don't know where those changes will happen and where they will go to. And because the Mercury is a short transit, Capricorn, so you can be practical. This may be a good time to do some research. There may be some unexpected money coming your way. Cancer, Mercury is in your 7th house of relationships. So you're thinking about relationships. Mercury doesn't act, he's thinking, analyzing, sorting out things. And, you're also going to get Saturn come into your 7th house. So relationship energy is pretty strong. And, be careful that you're not being critical about it, and see the positive in the relationship. Leo, Mercury is in the 6th house. So you're thinking about opposition, enemies, obstacles, competition. So, don't get taken in by it. Secondly, sometimes this transit may remind you that you don't always know what is good for you, what is negative for you during this time. So be extra cautious. Virgo, again, Mercury is your moon lord or ascendant lord. So Mercury in Capricorn is 5th house. 5th house is a good placement. It's house of children. It's house of creativity, of higher ideas, mind. So this is a good transit. You will enjoy it. Much easier for you. You can focus on self-development, and general good luck will come your way as well. Libra, Mercury is going through your 4th house. It's a good planet for you. 4th house is happiness. You'll be maybe thinking a lot about what can you do to make yourself more happy, and what can you do to make yourself more contented. Of course, Mercury can sometimes overanalyze, so be careful. But Mercury is not having any conjunctions, any aspects. So, therefore, it's just going through that sign and making you focus there. Then we come to Scorpio. Mercury is not a good planet for you. Why is that? Because Scorpio must trust their instinct. They should not overanalyze anything. And going through Capricorn. And secondly, a lot of planets are going to now come to Capricorn. So that means that Capricorn becomes very energized. Saturn is going to be there. Jupiter will come later on. Sun is going to come. So that means that you are focusing on self-effort. And what do you want to do in your life? And how do you want to communicate? It could also encourage you to write. I would say that don't lose your instinct. Don't be too practical. Think intuitively as well. Sagittarius, Mercury is in the house of money. You are slowly getting released from the grip of all the planets. So Mercury moving out is very good for you. And it is, thinking about money, finances, how you can improve them. It's the new year. Are you planning to save something? Restructure your savings. So that is the thing to think about. Capricorn, Mercury is in your ascendant or moon sign. So this is good. You're thinking about yourself. And Saturn is also going to come there. Sun is also going to come there. So rather than thinking about everybody else, you have to think about yourself. And what are your plans for the future? How can you make your life better? And Mercury is a very good planet for Capricorn. It's the lord of the 9th house. So Mercury's transit will bring some good luck for you, good opportunities as well. And from the 24th, Saturn is coming there and Sun is there. So a lot of emphasis. And I would say best way to use it is think about yourself, and not in a selfish way, but how can you sort out everything? What can you do? Aquarius, Mercury is in the 12th house, and this is just before Saturn also comes into your 12th house. So you're thinking foreign lands, you're thinking expenses, you're thinking spirituality. And while spending is not negative, what you have to be careful is not to spend what you can't afford. And generally, Mercury is focusing on that area by being there. So be conscious of it. Pisces, Capricorn is earnings. And so Mercury is giving you thinking about earnings. What can you do to improve your earnings? And also groups and organizations. So your good company you want to keep and you want to profit from life. So, enjoy this transit. It is not going to be creating any difficulty during this time. So, all the best. Thank you very much.